By nature, it's very powerful and very easy to use. The power of HTML5 lets you produce highly attractive documents, videos, presentations, and more. Collaborate on a single document in real time and experience the power of collaboration. Collaborart implements a browser and gives you all the functionality of your browser, which include full screen, zoom in and out, print, screen reader, recording, snapshot, and screencasting. Work quickly and even with multiple people working on the same document together, at once in real time. Having direct access to the internet while making documents gives you unbelievable possibilities. Possibilities like opening web pages in iframes, which might have, for example, a SQL result or a market ticker stream, or have a video displayed, or audio file, and have then in your document or presentation. Use anything out there and in real time. Not only that, Collaborart has some powerful built-in features like animation buttons and a random number generator for game building. The server comes in Microsoft Windows and Android versions and are absolutely identical. The client menu system is easy to use. It has a user-friendly workspace with only 7 main buttons and a text input box. With all menu options clearly visible, a pleasant end-user experience is enjoyed with an easy workflow. The menu also provides information about the text areas on display, which makes it easy to identify and update items. A collection of viewers for different modes are included. They are for presentations, games, screen recording, and printing. The preview modes are great for fine-tuning the layout of a document in a what you see is what you get fashion, still editable, but without a menu being visible. Having the ability to work in full screen, with or without a menu, is a real pleasure. Collaborart is a paradigm shift in presentations and has new tools and techniques which have been unavailable until now. Over the next few minutes you will see this amazing package and its features at work. Only the most important features are shown, but they reveal the full impact of Collaborart. The workplace layout is very easy to use. It shows info about the text area currently selected. The information shows, amongst other things, the mouse position, the text area's set position, and the current position of the text area. It also shows the unique ID number of each text area, the layer which it is on, and the text, which the currently selected text area has in it. Start by entering text into the edit box at the bottom of the menu. This edit box can be resized and hidden away to get a clear workspace by using the double arrow buttons to the left of the edit box. The edit box can be resized by using the grip located at the bottom right of the text box. Once you've entered your text, then click on the text button. This places the text on the screen. Now the text can be moved to anywhere in the workspace. Once that is done, then tell the server to set it there by clicking the Update button. The most important thing to remember is to always select a text area first. Then work with it. Then let the server know it's done by using the Update button. The Hide button is used to make your own clickable button, which will move a text area from one place to another. This powerful feature can be used in presentations and games. By having a series of buttons, it becomes possible to animate the location of text areas. The text area can be hidden out of sight and reappear at its set location. This only takes 2 buttons. One is to move it in, and the other to move it out. The text areas on this Microsoft Windows display is being moved by button clicks on an Android device working on the same project as this one. In this presentation view, the buttons are hidden. Layers give a third dimension to your project. If you can imagine a sheet of paper and you lay another sheet on top of it. This works in the same way as the bottom-most sheet of paper would be layer 1. When adding in a text area or edit one or a button's text, the layer can be set. The text area is like a keyhole into a galaxy of creation. Entering HTML text into this area has many advantages. These include being able to link in real time to data and media. Combined with the features of HTML5, you make beautiful documents. Loads upon loads of cut and paste samples are available from W3 Schools. Here are just a few examples of mixing media for a document or presentation. Data from a MySQL database, video media, and an animated photograph. Two unique features are the Animate button and the Random buttons. Moving a text area can be automated by doing the following. 1. Select the text area to move. 2. Enter a name to identify it, for example, text in. 3. Click on the Hide button. A button is made which has stored the current location of the text area. Clicking the button brings the text area to that location. At this point, you can give the button any color you like by using the color button. This helps put the buttons into an identifiable group. Buttons can be arranged top to bottom or left to right to keep them in a click order. For example, with the topmost button, the first text area is moved into position. The next button down would move a different text area into place, and so on. Next. 4. Once again, select the text area to move. 5. Enter a name to identify this button, for example, text out. 6. Using the positioning XY number boxes, set the X location to, let's say, -1000. 7. Click on the Hide button. At this point, you can give the button a color to group identify it with and relocate it. Remember to always use the Update View button after moving things around so the server can set the positions. At this point, there are two new buttons on the screen. One moves the text in, and the other moves the text out. The random number buttons add a new dimension to Collaborart. They are a game changer. There are two buttons available. They are made up of HTML text, and that makes them fully customizable. You can have a picture on the button, or just plain text. The buttons can be formatted in many ways. There are three things to note about the random buttons. First is they have a unique ID named either Random1 or Random2. The on-click events tell the server which button was clicked. The first number is the seed number, that is, the highest number to generate. It can be in number depending on the intended use for it. For example, with a pack of cards it would be 52. The second number of the parameters serves no purpose here. It is used internally to pass the newly generated number to clients. Once these buttons are placed on a screen, they can be positioned. When clicking on a button for the first time, the random number is placed on the screen at the top left. Move it to where you want it. Clicking the next button does the same thing. All you need to do is put it the random number to button 2 where you want it. Now the connected clients can interact with the buttons. With each click, the other clients are updated automatically. Collaborart can be customized and then means much more that what can be done through the user interface is possible. The server has features which are provided through an interface, and this interface is accessed through HTML5 script in a web page. The functions in the script serve two main purposes. First is to provide a client workstation with a front end, which is an access point to the server. Second is to relay the client's data from the workstation to the server, then receiving the data back and processing it into a visible item on all the connected clients' displays. The server makes a trackable object of the text area, and it's reflected to all the connected clients, packaged in a JSON file. The JSON file is forwarded to the connected clients, and is read back to display the updated data. The person using the workstation is almost unaware that the items on the desktop were actually made from data sent by them to the server, received by the server, and then relayed back to their workstation. The illusion being that you're working on a local machine, when you're actually working on a terminal, which is connected to the Collaborart server. This means that the data is actually resident on the device which is running the server. Here is a scenario. I hotspot my Android phone with Collaborart running on it. Then I connect to the phone's hotspot from a MS Windows computer. I work away on the computer making a document or presentation. When I'm ready to leave, I simply pick up my phone and walk off without even saving the document because the document is still alive on my phone. Another example of functionality is that the capabilities contained within each operating system's browser is accessible across platforms. Here is another scenario. a person on an Android phone has voice input on the keyboard, which also has a translate as you speak feature. Your spoken words are translated into another language, then inserted into your text area. This means that a browser, which does not have this capability, receives the translated text, and it's now visible on their display. Then with a Microsoft Edge browser you can read aloud and AI will read the text in the chosen language. This presentation was made using the Read Aloud feature. The HTML5 web pages are customizable. This makes it possible to program your own customized functionality for any project. For example, with games, the function which processes an incoming new random number from the server can be intercepted, and its value used in custom tasks. When the HTML page has become aware of the new number, it can play a sound, put up a splash screen, an animation, or just about anything, even referencing a database with the number as the input parameter, purely based on the value of the incoming number received from the server. Features like these truly give Collaborart extended capability and functionality in a highly flexible format. The look and feel of the application for the end user can also be modified. Being able to change the client's web page means that the look and feel of the application for your end user experience can also be modified. Change colors or even the menu layout to suit your color preferences and so on. When making games, the ability to customize your HTML pages becomes an invaluable feature. It can also be useful when customizing your own presentation mode viewers to meet your requirements. More than that, your project data is stored in plain text format. This lets a Collaborart project be modified relatively easily using any text editor. For example, if a previous document had green text, but now it should be brown text, then the project file can be used to do a global search and replace where the color green is changed to the color brown. The file could have extra data added to it from another project, or even extra animation points. Collaborart is so easy to use but highly flexible. Be it the person who only wants to keep notes, then it's a text editor, or a person who wants to make nice documents with links to data, then it's a graphic package, or maybe a novice web page developer or a highly proficient developer, whatever it may be, Collaborart is ready for it. Collaborart JSON project files are inter-device compatible, meaning that a project file made on a MS Windows computer is 100% compatible with one made on Android and vice versa. Browsers like Chrome and Edge automatically sandbox web pages and should be deemed as a safe environment to work with. As a matter of protection, always be sure to only allow trusted users to have access to your files and systems. Collaborart is scalable depending on your network environment and is great for private Wi-Fi based networks. You can make your own network by making a Wi-Fi hotspot on the device running the Collaborart server, and then clients can connect to the hotspot's IP address. With a static IP address, you'd be able to run Collaborart over the internet from a web server. It's even possible to build in your own login functionality into the pages, or even separate the core functionality into a non-public server-safe file and used as includes. But only after a successful login and so on. Collaborart is safe and does not harvest your information and does not access your files. To see any or all activity, you can view the built-in developer option on your browser and can see every script and function running. You can switch on logging and you see all the data that is sent between client workstations. No funnies, nothing hidden, just a whole lot of power. This distribution includes MS Windows and Android versions compiled for 32-bit and 64-bit devices. Included are the client files and one file with a few cut and paste HTML samples and HTML5 scripts. This concludes the presentation and thanks for watching. Please be sure to search YouTube for Collaborart and you will find some good how-to videos.